Okay. So yesterday we saw what is meant by JDK, what is how to install the JDK, and what is how to write a Hello World first Hello World program. I saw you. I saw you, right? And what is the how to execute the program with the help of CMD, and how to execute the program with the help of IDE. I told you yesterday only, right? Today we will see what is meant by data types. Okay. So what is meant by data type? Suppose if we come here into our Eclipse, and here I am writing anything. Suppose I am writing anything. Suppose I am writing any data, like insert a double quote. I am writing any data here. Suppose I am writing here and my name I am writing. Okay. After that I am writing here 12. Suppose I am writing here 1.2 and 1.2 something. If I am writing, someone's mic is open. Vasanta, can you mute yourself, please? 1.2 f is there. After that, suppose if I write any character here, okay, first I'm writing any string, then I'm writing here the some integer, sometimes I'm writing here the float value, then I'm writing some character here. It's called as string we are always writing into double quote, and character we are always writing to the single quote. Okay, string we are always writing into the double quote, and the character we are always writing into the single quote. Okay, what is that things? This is string, this is integer, this is float, and this is the character. These things we know, but computer don't know these things. So we have to tell to computer. Like computer is like a dumb person. We have to tell everything to the computer. Like we have to tell this is a string, this is a integer, this is a float, this is the character. We have to tell everything to the computer. So for that we are using the data type. Okay, for that we are using the data types. We are telling computer this is a string type of data we are telling to the computer, and like writing like that, and there we are writing the, and we are storing it into the somewhere. I will tell you where we are storing in it, storing this in this. After that we have this here, the integer. So we have to tell like tell to computer like this is the integer. After that we have float value here, so we have to tell the computer like this is a float value. After that we have a simple character here, so we have to tell computer like this is a character. Okay, everything we need to tell to the computer like this. All are these things. This is types of data we have to enter. Okay, so we have to tell to the computer always. So this is the things. This is called as the data types. Means we have to tell the computer like this is the string type of data, this is the float type of data. Everything we need to tell to the computer. Okay, everything we need to treat computers. So for that we are simple using the data types. Data types are the different sizes and values that can be stored into the variable, and all the data that we are writing here, that data will be stored into the variable. So every variable we are writing after the data type. So suppose we have a string here. After that I am writing here name, and I am writing equals to, and after that we have to write a semicolon. So why we are writing semicolon here means we are telling computer that this instruction, whatever instruction we are writing, this instruction is ending here only. Okay, semicolon. Why we are writing this instruction is ending here, where we are telling to the computer. Okay, to end the instruction, we are writing this semicolon. Okay. After that, here, one minute. Okay. Here, this is the variable, this is the data type, and this is the value. We can say that this value is storing into this variable, and before the variable we must have to write here the data type, because we have to tell the computer this value we have to store into this variable. Now if anybody will ask which type of variable is this, so we can say that it is a string type of variable. Before that we have string, we can say that it is a string type of variable. Okay, so we have two types of data types here. There is a primitive data types as well as the non-primitive data types. What is meant by primitive data types? So the data types which size is fixed. I will tell you later how what is the size of the primitive data, what is the size of the boolean, what is the size of char, what is the size of these things. Okay, remember one thing, what is the difference between primitive data type and the non-primitive data types is primitive data types memory size is fixed. Inside the non-primitive data type, the memory size is not fixed. It can be vary. Okay, it can be vary. Memory size can be vary, or memory size can be shrink as well. Okay, so here inside the primitive data type, the memory size is fixed. Inside the non-primitive data type, the memory size is not fixed. Okay, there is a difference between primitive data types and the non-primitive data types. Inside the primitive data types, we have again two types: Boolean data types as well as the numeric data types. Example of the Boolean data type is Boolean. Okay, so Boolean is the data type That is the boolean is the type of this boolean type. Okay? It is the example of this boolean type. After that, inside the numeric type, we have two types, character as well as the integral. And remember these things, inside the boolean we are only writing true and the false. Boolean value means there is a true and the false. Only we are writing inside the boolean, we are writing true and the false. Is again convert it again divided into two types. There is the character value and the integral value. Example of the character value is the char, and example of the integral value is divided into the, again two types, integer and the floating point. Then this integer have the four example like byte, short, int and long. This floating byte is again have the two example, that is the float and the double. Okay, these are all are the data types, that is the primitive data types, that is boolean, character, byte, short, int, long, then float and double. These are all are the primitive data types. If you want to see, if you want to see that what is the memory size of that, so here inside boolean size is not defined. Right? Previously size is not defined, but what is the default size of this boolean? Size of the boolean is 1 bit. Okay, size of the boolean is the 1 bit only. 1 bit means, suppose if you are, if you know that these things like 1 byte equals to 8 bit. Okay, 1 byte equals to 8 bit. And what is the size of the boolean here? Boolean, what is the size of the boolean here? That is the 1 bit, not the byte. Okay, what is the size of the boolean here? That is the 1 bit. After that, here what is the size of the character here? What is the size of the character here? That is the 2 byte. Okay, 2 byte is the size of our character. So what we will write inside the boolean? Only true and false we will write inside the boolean. Okay, inside the character, what is the size of the character? That is the 2 byte. What is the size of this character here? What is the size of this character? That is the 2 byte. Inside that we are writing only the single character. If I told you here only same like that, only one word if you want to write, single character if you want to write, for that we are writing here the character. Okay, for that we are using here the character. After that, byte is there, size of the byte is 1 byte here, size of the byte is here 1 byte. 1 minute, 1 minute. Now where we are here only, right? That the byte. So byte, what is the ripple size of the byte here? That is the byte here only. What is the size of the short? That is the 2 byte. What is the size of the int here? That is the 4 byte. If you want to see the range, this is the range of our all the data types. So this is the range of our all data types. Don't worry about that. If you are using this, if you are hands on this all the data types, you will be easily recognize that what we need to write, where we need to use this data type. Okay. After that, integer is there. What is the size of the integer here? That is 4 byte. And what is the size of the long here? That is 8 byte. What is the size of the 4 here? 4 byte. Again, what is the size of the double here? That is the 8 byte. You have to remember this, all the things. Whatever things we have here, you have to remember that the size of the char, size of the byte, size of the integer, size of the long, size of the double, all the things you have to remember that. If you notice here, we have here only the primitive data types, and we know only the size of the primitive data types. We have non-primitive data types as well, right? String, array, many things inside the non-primitive data types also, right? Before that, I told you what is the difference between primitive data types and non-primitive data types. The size of primitive data types is fixed, and the size of non-primitive data types is not fixed. That's why we can't able to see here the size of the non-primitive data types. String is not there, array is not there, because the size may be vary of the non-primitive data types. We only knows the size of the primitive data types. We are using these data types with the variable like this one. I showed you the example. This type we can use the data types. Like we have to computer like this is the string type of data. If I want to write here, we have to write with the variable int. Then any variable you can declare and equals to like that. Semicolon here. Okay. After that, float, any variable you have to declare, because we have to store somewhere, right? So we have to store somewhere. That's why we are writing here int a, int b. What is this? What is this meant by variable? I will tell you today only. So a, b, and suppose inside the character I'm writing anything. Suppose I'm writing c equals to c. Don't confuse in that. This is the variable, and this is the value. Any value you can write it here, but single variable only it will take. If I write here another variable, it will give you the error here. Okay, only single variable you can write it into the character. Always remember that inside this string we can write into the double quote, and character we are writing to the single quote. Okay, always remember these things. String we are writing into the double quote, and character we are writing into the single quote. Okay, and memory size also you have to remember that what is the memory size of this thing, what is the memory size of this short, what is the memory size of int. You have to remember this thing. And all the primitive data types have their default value as well. Like what is the boolean, what is the default value of boolean here? That is the false. What this means, suppose if we are not assigning any values here, it is depend on the variable types as well, right? There are many types of variables, that is instance variable, local variable. It depends on that variable. If I not declare any value here, like suppose inside the int I have not declared the variable values, that time it will store the default value. Okay, that time it will store the default value. This default value is there. Character 0, byte 0, then short 0, int 0, then long 0, string 0.0, float 0.0, then double 0.0. And if you want to know the size of default value of the name here, that is the name, that is what is the string, what is the size default value of the string here. Default value of string here, that is the null. If you are not storing any value here, it will store the default value here only. So what is the default value of string here? That is the null. Then 0, then 0.0, then for character it is the 0 only, right? It is the 0 only. It will show the blank space here only, right? That is the default space as well, and that is the all about the data types. So why we are using data types? Just to tell to computer, like this type of data we are entering here, and this type of data we are storing into this variable. And before variable we must have to write here the data type. Okay, we are always declare the variable with the data type only. Okay, so this is all about the data type. Anyone have any issues till now? Guys, anyone have any issues? Anyone have any issues, guys? Hello. Okay. Okay. Now we will see the methods. Okay. Yesterday I told you like how to write methods and all, how to write that is the how to write if you want to print anything on the console, how to write that is system.out.println. We have to write main method is there. What is mean by method? We have to know that method, right? So what is the syntax of the method? So if you want to write a method, first we need to write a access specifier. Okay, after that we need to write a return type, method name, and here we need to write a parenthesis open and parenthesis close. So what is mean by parenthesis means that is this one, that is round brace open, round braces close. This is called as the parenthesis. Okay, this is called as the parenthesis. If you want to know that which is method, just simply if anywhere you are seeing this parenthesis like that before anything, so that is called as the method. Suppose I am writing here Tanmay here. Now I am a method. Okay, suppose if you are writing here main, this is a method. Suppose you are writing anything, that is Java here, and the parenthesis open and close, that time you can recognize that this is a method. And what is the syntax of the method here? That is the first we need to write a access specifier, then we need to return type, then we need to write a method name, then we need to write a parenthesis open close. What is inside that we are writing as int a int b? What is this? We will see this later after the variable we will see. Okay, if I tell you now only, so it will be create a problem, it will, you will be confused. So remember these things. What is the syntax of the method? Access specifier we need to write, return type, method name, then parenthesis open, parenthesis close. Now we will try to create a method here. Simple, will come here. I will try to write create a method by ourselves only. Okay, I will try to create a method. First we need to write a access specifier. So I will take any access specifier like public, private, protected, and default. I will come here, I will write here public only. Okay, you can use private, protected, and default as well. What is this use, what is the use of this public, private, protected, and default? I will tell you later. Okay, just remember that we have a 4 types of access modifier: public, private, protected, and default. Okay, first I'm writing here public, then we need to write a return type. Inside that you can write a data type as well, or if you don't want to return anything here, for that you need to write a void. Now I don't want to return anything. Void means nothing. Okay, void means nothing. Void is a keyword as well. Void means nothing, not empty as well. Okay, how, why we are writing here return type void and all, I will tell you tomorrow. Just remember that this is a return type now. Okay, access modifier, return type, and then we need to write here the method name. So any method name you can write it here. Suppose I am writing here m1, anything you can write. Suppose I want to write here demo method, so I will write here demo. But write a to complete this method, we need to write parentheses open and close, and after that here there is the curly brace open and curly brace close. Means we are saying that from here our method is starting, and from here our method will be end. This is the starting point and this is our ending. There is the entry and the exit. Same like class. Class is starting from here, class will be end here. This is our main method. What is the syntax of the method here? Public, there is the access modifier, then return type, and this, there is the method name. What is the name of this method here? There is the main method. That's why we are saying this name, this method as a main method. We can say that this is a demo method, because what is the name of this method here? That is the demo. Any name you can give to the method. Okay. After that, if this method will be called, something have to print. So I will writing here system.out dot println, and here I am printing, that is the simple hello. Okay, whenever this method will be called, that it have to print here, that is the hello. Okay, but I have created the method here. Now if I run this one, so can it will be print hello on the console, can it will print and hello on the console. So now we will see that, because we done all the things right. First we wrote here access modifier, then we wrote here there is the return type, then we wrote here the method name as well, and parenthesis open close, curly brace open close, and here we wrote the system.out.println, and the hello we are printing. Means we want to print hello as a output on the console. We want to print the hello, right? Now if I run this one, so can hello will be print. Now I will try to run this one. I will run from here as well, or you can run from here as well. Right click on that, then here run as, and here you can use Java application. If you run from here as well, hello is not printing. Why hello is not printing? As I told you in first class only, JVM always start the execution from the main method, right? JVM all, yes, JVM always start the execution from the main method. Whatever things we are writing inside the main method, that will be executed. Suppose I am writing here system.out again inside the main method, and here I am writing there is a hello one. Now if I run this one, so hello one will be print, but hello will not print. Why hello is not printing? Because method will be execute when we will call that method. Okay, method only will execute when we will call that method. So another question is that how to call the method, right? How to call the methods? We don't know about how to call the methods, right? If you want to call the method, so we have to call the methods with the help of object. Okay, if you want to call the method, we have to call this method with the help of object. Now how we will create an object? So for that, simple steps we need to follow. What is the syntax to follow the syntax to create an object? So first thing you need to write here, that is the class name. Okay, class name we need to write. Then after that we need to write here, that is the object name. Then equals to operator we need to write the new, again we need to write here is the class name, parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and this is a semicolon. This is the syntax of to create a object. And which keyword is which keyword is responsible to create an object here? There is a new keyword. Okay, new keyword is responsible to create an object. Same like that here, class is a keyword, void is a keyword, many things is keyword here. There is public, static, void, these all are the keywords. I will tell you in tomorrow's class what is meant by keyword. That is also one easy part only. Okay, how to create an object? Simple, we need to write here class name, then object name equals to new in the class name here, then parenthesis open, parenthesis close. Okay, why we are creating the object? Because we want to call this method. Okay, and method always execute when we will call that object, call that method. Method will be called when we create an object. Okay, now we'll try to create an object. This is syntax to create an object. I will make it as a comment. If you make it as a comment, if you are writing before that these things, this will be ignored by the JVM. JVM will not consider these things. Okay. Now class name we need to write. So what is the class name here? See what is the class name? That is it taste. We'll come here and I will write here taste. After that, object name we need to write. Any name you can write inside the object name. Same we have given the inside the uh, method name. No, whatever name you want to give, you can give it inside the object name. This time I'm writing here only the object here. Obj I'm writing. Any name you can give. You can give your name as well. If I want to give my name as well, I can give my name as well. No worries. Okay. But for now, I'm writing only the obj. Okay. After that, equals to operator we need to write. Then new keyword we need to write as it is, and after that class name again. What is our class name here? That is the test is our class name. We will come here and I will write here test. Parenthesis open close and semicolon. Now we have created the object here. Okay. What is the name of our object here? That is the obj. Obj is our object name. And which keyword is responsible to create an object? There is a new keyword is responsible to create an object here. Okay. After that, how to call the method? Now we have created the object as well. Now how to call this method? Simple. We need to come here. We need to write here object name or object we will write here. And after that dot we need to write a method name. What is the name of our method name? That is demo and parenthesis open close and the semicolon we need to write here. Okay. Object then dot then demo then parenthesis open close and we need to write here simply semicolon. Now if I run this one, and our method will be called this time. If I run this one, so our method is printing on the console. So how it is printed? Simply JVM where it will be see first inside the main method. If we run the program, we will come into the main method first. Okay. After that, from here our entry gate is there. So JVM will come from this gate. Okay. We have commented this one, so JVM will not recognize this one. It will be ignored by the JVM. After that, we are creating an object, so JVM will create an object here. Which object will we create? That is the obj. Okay. After that, here we are writing obj dot demo. Which object we have created here? That is a test class object, right? Inside the test class, it will be see where is the demo method. Okay. Inside the test class, it will be see where is the demo, because which class object is this? Is the test class object, right? It will be see where is the demo method inside the test class. So it will be find from here. Okay. Where is it? Where is the demo method? So here is the demo method. So yes, this is the demo method. It will become from the entry gate. It will become inside system.out.println. It will be print hello on the console, because we are writing here system.out.println means we want to print hello on the console. So it will be print hello on the console. From here exit gate is there. From here it will be exit from here. And here again we have a semicolon, so it will be come from here. It will be end the extraction here. From here it will become outside, and from here it will become outside. Okay. So this type of program will be work. If I run this one again, hello will be print. If you want to print any another statement also here, so you can print it here as well. Suppose I'm writing here again hello guys. Okay. Now if I run this one, so hello and the guys will be print on the console. If I want to print on the same line means this ln we have to remove, and if I print this thing, so hello guys will be print. If I want to give the same gap, you can print the gap here. Now hello guys will be print on the console. So this type we can create a method, and this type we can create an object as well. What is the syntax? That is the class name, object name equals to new, and the class name we have to write parenthesis open close, and then we have to write a semicolon. And how to call the method? Method will only execute when we call the method. And how to call the method? With the help of object we can call the method. Okay. So this is the thing. This is the type we can create a method, and this type we can call the method as well. Anyone have any doubt here? Anyone have any doubt? Yes. Yes. Certain method you can create an object, but it will not useful. Why it will not useful? I will tell you while I'm telling the variable. Okay. Because suppose I have created the object here. Okay. So it will be created. But if you want to use here outside here, because see here I'm using here now, I have created the object here. I'm calling here, so it is giving the error. Because if I created the object here, I can use the object here only. I can't use this object outside this method. That's why we cannot creating this object inside that method. We are creating the object only into the main method only. Okay. Okay. This is the thing. This type we can create a method, and this type we can call the method as well. Okay. Now another thing is that, So what are the types of method? So there are two types of method: the predefined method as well as the user defined method. What is meant by predefined method and what is meant by user defined method? So predefined method means the method which is already defined or already created. And who created that method? That is the Java people. Okay, Java people already created the method for us. Just we need to use that method. That method is called as the predefined method. Okay, the method which is already created. If you know this method, we also use the method, some method that is the already created by the Java people. That is the print method. Right. As I told you, wherever you are seeing this parenthesis open, parenthesis close, that is called as the method. Print is a method we are used here. Print ln is also method, another method which is predefined methods. I don't have created this method, right? This method is already present inside the Java. Who created this method? That is Java people is created this method for us. Just we are using this method. Okay, so these are the predefined method. Like that, we have many methods: print method, length method, equals method, compare to method. 1 minute. Okay, then other methods we have, that is the comparative method, square root method, many methods we have here. Okay, so after that we have a user defined methods as well. We will use this predefined method if you when we will do the program every day, no, that time you are using the multiple predefined methods. Okay. After that, user defined method is also there. So what is meant by user defined method? User defined method means the method which is created by user. User means that is the us only. Okay, the method which is created by the user, that is called as the user defined method. So here we have created one method, right? This demo method we have created. So which method we can call this? The predefined method or the user defined method? Is it predefined method or user defined method? Demo.